marriage is definitely supposed to be a long-term thing, but you also can't fault people for like changing and growing and evolving, because I'm not going to be the same person 30 years from now. Like, absolutely not. I'd be.
You see? So it's okay for women to prepare themselves for down the road for when the change happens, but they don't want you to prepare yourself. What kind of bullshit they trying to pull? Fellas, y'all got grow some balls, man. Grow some balls, man. Have these conversations with your women, man.
I got my swag right, feeling crispy clean. Girl, I'm the flyest mother you've ever seen. So much money.
Welcome back to the Hear Me Out podcast in association with True Hall of Fame Bills. I'm your host, Michael May, and today I got a good one for y'all. Hear me out, y'all. I've been telling y'all for the longest time, right? Before you marry a woman, fellas, women control access to sex. You control access to a relationship, to a commitment, to a marriage. Fellas, you have to make sure that these women even want to be married. Listen, there's a reason why the manosphere is under attack. There's a reason why they calling some of these guys terrorists. You understand what I'm saying? There's a reason for that. Why? Because it ain't like we giving out the information. These women are out here in public talking and saying what they saying, and we're just taking it and making content with it. And they're hurting other women. And I told you guys this. Our government does not want to take care of these women. They do not want to take care of these women anymore. They want you guys to get back on the plantation, like KS used to say, and you take care of the women, and then they could tax you for taking care of the women. This is gonna get crazy, y'all. Some of y'all gonna lose your mind. But now, shout out to the big dog, Shazette. I have the opportunity to speak to him many times. This guy's a wonderful person. I love his content. His channel's growing. Now, hear me out, y'all. Before we get into this, right? If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn notifications. Are y'all guys noticing this? Are y'all guys noticing this? I've only been on YouTube for 2 years. This is my second page, but hear me out. Even on my other page, my True Hall of Fame, my gaming channel, we're over there. We play all different kind of games. It's a lot of fun. We over there. We growing fast, 5K over there. But I need to get this channel right. Hear me out. Are you noticing now how before content creators used to just put the link in the description? Now, all the content creators are shouting out the content creators. Who started that? You're welcome. You're welcome. I told you guys before. And shout out, there's only 2 people that were applying pressure to a lot of content creators. Ringo TV and myself. I've never used somebody's content and I never gave them credit. The hell with the link is in the description. No. Yo, shout out to Shazette. Shout out to the Coffee Podcast. Nobody was doing that before me and Ringo. Now, I will say this. Giving them credit and the link is enough. Some would say, no. Now, for all those that thought I was clowning, or you're doing a reaction video to the reaction videos. Now y'all seeing Legion of Men. Y'all seeing Fresh and Fit. Y'all seeing everybody doing reaction videos to reaction videos. And I did a video on it. I'm ahead of my time. I'm just not getting credit for it. But let's just keep rocking and rolling. I want to stick to the principle here, right? I want y'all to listen to this video, y'all. This is the reason why you guys got to be careful with the women that you choose. Fellas, women don't want the marriage. What women want is the wedding. Now, this is biblical. Fellas, I've been telling y'all, get ready, get prepared, get your mind right. This is biblical. This is biblical. Let's get into this. Pay attention. Y'all already know. Shout out to the homie Shazat Coffee Pod. Go check him out. Subscribe to his channel. Y'all already know.
Better. Woman says, I'm not signing no prenup. I just want a big wedding and don't want to sign any papers, in fact, at all. This video comes to us from KEB Corporation.
See?
You can check them out on YouTube. No more wasting time.
See, mind you, everybody's shouting them out now. This is from this is from that. Nobody was doing that. Now, I like that people are doing this, so I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, if you guys go look at my videos from this channel from the beginning, I've been tagging people, tagging the person. Shout out to Anton Daniels. Shout out to the Coffee Pod, Fresh and Fit. Because people weren't really showing proper love. They wasn't showing that. They weren't showing that. Yo, the original link is in this. Nah. Yo, shout out to the homies, man. Shout out to Mediocre Tutorials, man. See, a lot of these guys I reached out to, and these niggas is humble. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what none of y'all niggas is talking about. Oh, ain't none of these dudes stuck up. Ain't none of these dudes stuck up. I reach out to the only person that kind of was a little standoffish was Poor Man Podcast. I think he thought that I was some kind of gaming nigga, but I'm really not. Like, it ain't a game with me. Like, I've been doing this for real. And for somebody like me, we'll get into that another time, but let's keep rocking and rolling.
Let's get it.
Would you be willing to sign a prenup when you get married? Okay, this might sound crazy, but like, I don't want to be married legally. I just want a wedding, like the big wedding.
No, that's smart as hell.
Like,
no, that sounds crazy.
I don't. If that makes sense, like,
Travis,
you know,
feel you.
I just want to like have the experience, like the wedding, the big wedding, you know. But I don't want to sign no papers saying that we married because, for one, I don't want to go through the divorce process. Two, I'm not signing no prenup, and if like.
So already, I'm not trying to go through the divorce process. Fellas, I'm going to tell you this again. If we get married the proper way, the woman's parents are supposed to pay for the wedding. The woman's parents are supposed to pay for the wedding. The bride, her parents. Now, I'm not saying all families could afford this, so I guess maybe like families going half and half, but the wedding is not supposed to come out of your pocket. And I guarantee you, women will stop having this idea of, because you know what? I guarantee you she would want to get married over and over and over to always feel that sense of like validation from a man. Who wants to keep having a party? Of course the woman would love to do that. But ready, look, I want to get married. I want the celebration, but I don't want the responsibility of the marriage. Who's signing up for that? And she's already telling you, I don't want to go through the divorce process. Fellas, she's already telling you that's what her plans are. But she doesn't want to sign paperwork. Let's keep going. Now, fellas, I will say this. The honeymoon is your expression of love. It's, look, I want to take you here. I want to make love to you under the water fountain. I want to take you to, you see what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying?
Like, my money is my money and your money is your money. So, like, it shouldn't be.
My money's my money and your money's your money. So why not sign a prenup?
You know, I don't want to have it. I don't want, like, the courts to be involved, if that makes sense.
Hear me out. How many divorce?
Yo, come on, my guy. Using my line, hear me out. That's me. Come on, man. I've been saying hear me out for the past 14,000 years.
First women who wanted exactly this, right? Don't want the marriage on paper. I just want the big wedding. I just want the photos. I just want the experience of a nice big wedding.
Now, real fast, before we get into that. Technically, she would be right. Because biblically, that's how you would get married. Listen, the courts came in after marriage was already, and they keep on changing the stipulation of marriage. Now, I'm sorry, now the LGBTQ is married under God when the Bible specifically speaks up against it. Come on now, let's just be clear. But now, let's go back to the original conversation. Hear me out. I want y'all to understand something. That's the way you're supposed to get married. Your family comes, meets my family, they come together, they speak, understand that y'all guys are gonna work it out together. Ready, fellas? Hear me out. Listen to what I'm about to say. Even the home, a woman's first home when she gets married is supposed to come from the father. Why? Because if something was to happen, she will always be covered. But you dumb mother effers out here running around buying cribs and houses, and then when she leaves, she takes half, Eddie. Y'all get mad. Why y'all getting mad for? Y'all did it to yourself. Oh, you want a crib? Make sure your dad could afford a nice house for you. So if anything was to happen, that's where you live. Me leaving won't be a problem. So the wedding gift is really a daughter's gift. And there she goes. Now, mind you, some parents can't do that, but at least let them put the down payment to the house. And you know what? You're going to work, and your money is going to go to this payment to this house. Unless y'all guys are really willing to stick it out and thug it out, and the parents put a house under her name, put 20, 50, 40, whatever percent down, and the rest is for her to make sure that she gets it right, and y'all got, that's different. That should still go on the paperwork. But what happens is this. There is no more courtship. Listen, courtship starts in the house. Then it works its way out to the street. These chicks out here is dating. Dating leads to sex. And then they want to try to force this man to fit into somebody else's family. That's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. But it is what it is, man. I'm going to keep letting this rock and roll.
How many divorced women should have just kept it this real?
Yeah.
But instead lied and said, I actually do want a marriage. And when they finally realized what a marriage was, decided to divorce their husband and break up a family, and could have saved a man who's in his right mind listening to a woman like this and thinking, okay, red flag. Could have saved that man a headache. You feel me? Probably a lot. Probably a lot. A lot of women need to keep it real like this. And if you hear this, gentleman, she's being honest. She just wants a wedding. She just wants the party. That's all she wants. No idea what it takes to be married. Nothing at all. Doesn't want to deal with the work that comes with it. And I know she talked about how she doesn't want to, sign papers legally. And we'll talk about that more later. Let's keep listening.
Okay, it makes sense.
I'm going to be able to relate to you so hard. Because I was married for 5 years.
Still married.
Divorce is extremely, extremely hard. Like, the paper process of that shit is so annoying. And I did say, like, I do want to get married again, but I also would not like to legally get married. Like, I mean, but of course, like, I would have everything in place, like, in his will. Like, if he dies, it's me. But
what? She's like, I'll do the same thing you're doing, girl, but if he dies, I get everything. but I don't want to be married. And she's already been married.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Me and my wife already had this conversation. She already knows. She's going to be taken care of, but nobody else but her is to take care of my sons. Make sure that my sons get what they're supposed to get. Now, obviously, my oldest son is going to get the most because the purpose is my oldest son is supposed to get the most, so in case he can be there to take care of his brothers. Let's keep going.
She's divorced. Be safe, man. Be safe.
Legally, like on paper, I'm probably not ever on paper getting married again, but I definitely want to have like a nice wedding, a small wedding, and then like a big reception, and we just turn up, and then that's my.
I just don't want the courts to be involved.
You already had it, ma'am. Stop dreaming about a wedding and now focus on how you can have a successful marriage, guys.
Right.
You got to let these chicks talk. If you're a man who's not having conversations out here and hopping into relationships and letting your heart make the decisions for you, your emotions, snap out of it. Snap out of it, bro. Talk to her. Talk to these chicks.
Yep.
Don't be the guy who she married.
Fair use too, brother. Fair use.
Married and now is divorcing or has already divorced or whatever. Let's keep it.
Like, we don't have to go to the court and make it legal. Like, we married.
You realize,
You
realize there are a lot of benefits that come with it being made legal, though.
Like,
such as
tax breaks,
taxes,
Right.
insurances.
I don't know.
Now, real fast, just to veer off real quick. This is one reason why polygamy isn't legal yet. Keyword, yet. In this country. Is because they have not figured out how to tax it. Why? This is why I told you, only men of the Most High, men of Yah, are supposed to be practicing polygyny, because their concern is, so what happens if men are bringing women in and out? They exchanging women. How do they keep the taxes up? This is what they haven't. See, people don't understand. If you're going biblical by the way the Bible explains it, this wouldn't be an issue. But let's just keep rocking and rolling. But yes, there are tax benefits, insurance, things of this nature. Yes, there are certain benefits, but you can get married without a state license. You don't need a state license. You can get married and still have a contract between y'all. That's still like a prenup. They're not smart enough to realize it. It's the same damn thing. And hear me out. What women don't understand is this. Even if you don't sign a prenup, the reason why, fellas, most women don't want to sign a prenup, because especially in California, New York, Atlanta, because you automatically fall under the prenup, the laws of that state. This is the reason why. This is the reason why, fellas. I want y'all to understand that.
Like insurance for your business, different things for your children, things like that. I really do get your point, though. I want to have a huge wedding. I want to have a ball at a wedding. And half of marriages do end in divorce. So
Yeah.
if half
Especially these days.
Yeah, no, seriously, 50% of marriages end in divorce. So if you do get married and now you've made this commitment that you're with that person, then it does become a messy situation through the courts. So if you never go through the courts,
Right.
then you don't have.
And I
gotta
just
worry
feel like
about
on pay, like it just, I feel like, yes, marriage is definitely supposed to be a long-term thing, but you also can't fault people for like changing and growing and evolving, because I'm not going to be the same person 30 years from now. Like, absolutely not.
You see? So it's okay for women to prepare themselves for down the road for when the change happens, but they don't want you to prepare yourself. What kind of bullshit what kind of bullshit they trying to pull? Fellas, y'all grow some balls, man. Grow some balls, man. Have these conversations with your women, man. Y'all niggas is scared.
Be be telling my all the time, like, I'm gonna be a different person in 2
You'll
weeks.
be old.
She be telling her ninjas all the time that she won't be the same person. Just two honest women here letting you know that you should avoid them at all costs.
Right.
Listen, as somebody who understands where that young lady's mindset might be, I don't know this for sure, right? I've said plenty of times, facetiously, before I got married, you guys have kind of seen me go from in a relationship, single, engaged, and now married. I've said, like, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna go to Africa and have the elders bless me, or I'm still figuring it out, right? Now that I have more knowledge and am a practitioner in this area, you can argue all you want in the comment section down below. Do you? But I'm just gonna always serve you the coffee. When you understand that laws that pertain to family court and marriages are laws that can be changed very easily, you truly realize how fragile this whole system really is and how much of a risk marriage is. And it is a risk, just like any other thing where you're investing a large amount of effort in.
Fellas, you must have heard this 1,000 times. I make sure there's 1,001. Everything in life, there's policies, there's insurance to make sure everything goes right. Car accident insurance. Before you drive on the road, they got to make sure you go to their classes. They're going to teach you. There are so many steps in order to become qualified in life, but marriage, they'll give you a license without even asking, are you prepared? Are you ready for it? Do you know what this is going to take? Do you know what it is? Do you know what this is? Listen, the best gift a man can give a woman is uncertainty. I understand that. Shout out to KS. We know that. Why? Uncertainty keeps women in check. But when it comes to your wives, or whatever the case may be, it changes in a way where they have to still know that you still have that edge to you, but they have to also be able to know he got my back. If I play my cards right, I got a partner for life. That's up to you, fellas. Let's keep rocking.
Now, when it's good, just like I've seen in my own upbringing with my two parents who've been married for 30 plus years, it was a wonderful thing. I grew up in a wonderful home. Both of my parents are still married to this day. When it comes to the decision of whether you're going to get married legally, sign a prenup, all these different ways people want to approach this thing, a lot of people forget that common law is a reality in a lot of states. From what I remember, there is no common law in the state of California. But, and this is where you have to sort of understand the gravity of the situation here.
See, there's no common law, but in California, there's lifetime alimony. See, that's why Florida got rid of lifetime alimony. It doesn't make any sense. Why does a man got to take care of a woman for a lifetime? That's stupid. That's dumb.
It doesn't mean that the law can't change. A clear example of this is one of my most popular videos that I did was the decision that the courts had, even if you're in a state like California and common law may not be a thing, doesn't mean that can't change in time, right? Let's keep listening.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So I just feel like the on paper shit just makes it really, that's just more so for the government to track than anything. That has nothing to do with like our love for each other.
No, it does. It is for the government to track, but it does come with benefits and added perks and stuff too.
But
crazy. If you do get divorced, which going into
to
a wedding, you shouldn't think, oh, we're gonna get divorced.
Right.
But if you're being realistic, a lot of them do end up divorce. It makes it trickier on the end. But you didn't answer the question. So if you do get married and you sign all the paperwork, would you be willing to agree to a prenup? So you marrying a billionaire?
No.
Okay.
I'm not signing a prenup because if you want to get married, because usually that's the man's job to propose. Like
it is.
So
pay
you
attention. Pay
you're signing up
attention.
for it.
Not all the
You
time.
know what's gonna come with it, or whatever the case may be. So
What's gonna come with it, fellas? You have to learn how to understand what women are saying, B. Then you're supposed to know what comes with it. What comes with it, fellas? This is why y'all guys can't marry these women, man.
I'd feel like I shouldn't have to sign one. No.
I say self-made versus relationship-made. Like if it's self-made, like prior to him meeting you, then shit. Yeah, prenup is in place.
If I come into the marriage with $1 million and you come in with $10,000, you're gonna have to sign a prenup. I'm sorry.
We just won't get married.
I'm not really
Listen.
thinking prenup because I feel like I'm a definitely an in the moment type of person, and like 9 times out of 10 I really don't. If I get to the point where I'm saying I'm marrying you, like
In the moment type of person. Run.
Dangerous.
Run.
fuck, if you want to say that your money before us is your money before us, but a post-nup.
The thing about prenups is it's a misconception too. So it's not like if you sign a prenup, it doesn't necessarily state that you aren't getting any money after it. They're different things to the prenup.
A lot of people put cheating clause, like if he cheats, I get X amount of his money.
There's clauses in there.
Don't do that. Seek legal advice. Cheating clauses. Here's the problem with the whole Gigi case. Is how do you determine what's cheating and who determines what's cheating?
Now, this is a fact. Ready? You gotta have clauses. Ready? Is she out there looking for shit? Like, oh, this is cheating. See, y'all gotta make sure that your wife, fellas, your wife should never be watching your balls anyway. You're the man of the relationship. She shouldn't be watching your balls. You should be able to go and come and do what you need to do. But hear me out. That's neither here nor there. Let's hear me out. Listen to me. Who's to say what is what? So because if the woman is going to be the arbitrator, I hope I'm saying it right, where she gets the last word and whatever she thinks it is, no, that's some bullshit. Because now those clauses have to be stipulated. Ready? Justin Timberlake with his wife. I told you guys, he has a weight clause in her contract. He wants to make sure that his wife stays attractive for him. He's Bieber. I mean, he's Timberlake. He could have those clauses. Listen, I need you to stay this way. I need you to remain attractive. I need to be able to continue to look at you and feel aroused. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Now, I think that a woman should naturally see, because ready, hear me out. Women shouldn't see. Women have fell into this thing of, oh, this guy is so attractive. He's this. When that's why women are going wrong. Women are finding the things in men attractive that men are supposed to find in women attractive. So women are becoming the men. This is a fact. When a woman should look at a man and go, wow, he's still hardworking. Wow, he's a good leader. Wow, his mind, he's a smart man. Wow, look, he's a protector. Women aren't looking at things like that anymore. But it is what it is, man. It is. Women are looking at all the wrong things, all of the wrong things.
Let's keep listening.
It could be. I can protect the money I had going in, but now you might get 50% of what I make after this, or something like that. There's different clauses you can put into it. But there are a lot of women out there who they'll play the entire game because they know you have money. You get married, and 2 years later, suddenly you're not the right man.
Right.
So
and then they're used to that lifestyle, so you have to pay to keep her in that lifestyle.
That shit is sick to me. That is sick to me.
It is sick.
But that's like,
it's a game,
it's sick to me, but she still benefits from it. She'll still be the one to benefit from it. How?
And it's not for women; it's for dudes too. Because Oprah dude
took her money. Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige.
See, that's what.
Yeah, men can play that game too.
Yeah. And this is why I tell fellas, if your lady is the one making 500, 100,000, and she's if that divorce hits and she kept you to a certain lifestyle, yeah, two can play that game. You understand what I'm saying? This is the reason why you gotta be very careful with who you marry. You have to. You know what I'm saying? It ain't only them. What is it? Angelina Jolie is still paying. What's the girl? Since you've been gone, she's paying. And it's funny because when women have to pay alimony, oh, you a man. What kind of man are you? And you gotta take alimony, but it's okay for a woman to take it. What kind of woman are you? If you can't afford your life, your life comes with being with me. If you can't afford it, then you just can't afford it. But it's okay for women to do it, but it ain't okay for you to do it. No, fellas. If she's making the money and she wants a divorce, two can play that game. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Yes.
I was about to say, like, since, like, I'm finna be, like, in real estate, I feel like
I'll take your house.
If I am making, like, let's say $100,000 a year, starting off or whatever the case may be, and I meet a man that's not making that much money, then yeah, like, I would expect.
Oh, so now he gotta sign the shit, but you
because
ain't gonna,
like, I don't know. That's what I just say. It just depends. I don't know.
Fellas, did y'all just hear this dumb shit? So the man told her earlier, if I come in with $1 million and you come in with 10,000, we need a prenup. She's like, no. But then she's like, I'm trying to get into real estate. So if I'm making 100,000 a year, my man ain't making that much money, I'ma need that prenup. Fellas, you see? Fellas, listen to me. Women always want you to accept an unfair deal. It's unfair. It's not a fair deal. It's not a fair deal. Women always want you to take these crappy deals. Y'all guys can't be scared. Y'all gotta stop accepting these weak, weird, crappy deals from these chicks, fellas. I'm sorry.
Or vice versa.
That's so hypocritical.
No, that's why I said vice versa. Like, if he's making more...
So now it's vice versa. Now, like, vice versa, but he just said that earlier, and you said no.
And I'm not, then I guess it just depends on the situation.
I mean, obviously, as a man, I would sign a prenup, but I would negotiate it with them because
I don't. If we're
it is scary
married,
because you don't want to. You're basically planning for your divorce.
Okay. Let's check out some of these comments and see what the people have to say. First comment.
And you're not planning for your divorce, man. Listen, everything, car insurance, home insurance, life insurance, everything has insurance. That's all a prenup is, man. That's all it does. It keeps you honest, man.
He says, damn, I literally said this and thought maybe I was the only one. This is a woman talking here. Marriage on the legal aspect is a business. I'd rather be married spiritually than legally for a few reasons, she said. Somebody else who says she wants to look married but not be married.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is women. This is women talking.
I mean, this is a perfect example of a bunch of chicks out here who just want the wedding and to look pretty. Somebody else who says, so that means she's paying for the wedding by herself? Excellent.
Fellas, I'm going to say this again. If the woman's father, listen, a lot of my homies that got married, when the woman wants to be married, I want this big wedding, I want the dress to be like this, and I want this to be like that. Did you speak to your father already? Does he know the bill that he about to front? Because if he knows, then cool, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead. See, first of all, I know it is so cool. Players wouldn't tell you this. Meet me at the altar. Go ahead. If her father's going to pay for it, by all means. But don't get swindled into this nonsense, y'all. It is what it is, man.
Somebody else here says, so she want to play dress up.
Right.
There's another person who added, baby, you got to grow.
That was a woman who says, so you want to play dress up.
Somebody else who says wants to be a bride and never a wife.
Yep.
Followed by another comment that says she needs to stay single. If you're going into a marriage thinking about divorce, then you failed already. Now, no, that is not true.
That's not
this
true.
Right here is a misconception that has kept a lot of people from having very difficult discussions.
Yep.
You need to have discussions. You need to have discussions of what if, because people do change. Things do happen. And if you're not able to have discussions of what if this doesn't work out, then that's probably not the person for you, because you're going to have a lot more challenging discussions than that when you finally do marry that person.
Yeah.
Somebody else here says she wants a party, basically. Here's another comment that says she just wants the party, and the Instagram pics have no idea about vows or what they mean. This is very common these days.
This is a fact, y'all. This is a fact. This is a fact, fellas. These chicks, they don't want to be married, man. They just want the ceremony. They want everybody to look at them like, oh my God, look at my girlfriend. She's so married. She's so cute. Nah, fellas, it ain't for that. It ain't for that. It is what it is, man. Fellas, I want you to understand. In the Bible, it says, on this day, 7 women will flock to one man, saying, give me your last name just to remove my reproach, remove my embarrassment, remove all the other nonsense. I will take care of my own food and my own raiment, which is my clothes. Just give me your last name. That's how women are operating today. Fellas, are you paying attention? Do I have your attention now? Fellas, man, y'all better wise up and get ready, man. Y'all better wise up and get ready, man. These chicks out here, y'all falling in love, they falling in business. It is what it is. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm your host, Michael May. Thank you for being here to Hear Me Out podcast in association with True Hall of Fame Builds. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn on notifications. Y'all already know. Till next time, we out.